So the avatar is a really fun way to have human-like communication with AI. AIs will talk to other AIs on your and my behalf. So your AIs can sort, filter, find, match, curate people for you.
Hi guys, this is Lee Edward Smith and welcome to the Rhythm Investor Podcast, where we interview small business movers and shakers and billionaire dollar makers. Today I have my good buddy from Angel AI, Angel Twin, Mr. Bill Inman. We've spent a lot of time in a lot of places, but hello to slightly sunny southern Florida.
Miami is beautiful. It's not too hot right now, and we've got a really lively crowd out here at the Blockchain Futurist Conference. So
amazing. And I know every time I'm with Bill, I feel like I'm getting one step closer to being a futurist. Not to use this word lightly, because what you guys are doing, I mean, this vision of 2 billion twins. But before we get to that, tell us a little bit about your history into tech, because I don't know if I've actually have ever asked you that question. But I know you were a sports guy growing up. I know you played on the worst high school football team in the country.
I did.
I heard that story last night.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. We'll talk about. I have to talk about it now. So yeah. Okay. So anywho, I grew up kind of a nerdy kid that was also an athlete. So Dungeons and Dragons, programming on my Commodore 64, playing all-star baseball, and then high school football. Yes, I did grow up in the Marine League in Los Angeles, California, at Narbonne High School, who then eventually became really good. So they're good now, but they weren't back then.
It was the foundation.
But yes, I was on the cover of the LA Times sports page because we had a losing streak that was ridiculous, which I will not even mention on the mic.
I know that number, and I won't mention it either.
Yeah, but just to redeem a little bit, I ended up eventually playing college football and baseball on very good top 5 teams for both.
That is incredible.
Luckily, I had to redeem myself, man.
Yeah, and do you see your foundation in sports, where it's all about, obviously precision? I mean, has that helped you in your journey through tech?
Well, I love sports so much that we put our daughter in sports really early, Alexia. She became a high school All-American and all-conference beach volleyball player, and mainly because she's 6'1", taller than me.
Wow.
But I for her as well, it teaches discipline. It teaches you how to, take advantage of your time and compress your time. And it teaches you how to be a good teammate and what it takes to lose, which I obviously knew very well. And crying from those as a kid, 17-year-old kid, I'd cry and bawl. I loved it. I didn't want to lose. But it teaches you how to be a winner, and even the losing does. So I learned so many lessons, and I recommend it for any parent.
Wow, that is powerful. I mean, we have a 3-year-old and 1-year-old, so we always are trying to, I know those entrepreneurs that are parents that are grinding also, we know the struggle. And then, of course, you have the parents that their kids are older. They're like, don't forget these days because you're going to miss every second. So, the grass is always...
I'll tell you that. I'll reiterate that. But you and Kat are amazing parents, always positive, really making things happen, learning extremely fast because, when we met, you were very good at events, activations, and things like that. And it's amazing your knowledge base now in deep tech as well. You've learned it so quick.
Thank you.
And then the level of
I learned from the best.
Well, we become who we hang around, whether we like it or not. And, there's truth to the top 5 people you spend the most time with. That's who you are. And we need to keep upscaling that and hold ourselves to standards. But we went to an event that you had at a villa in Palm Beach.
Yep.
And people that you meet these billionaires, decabillionaires. Of course, we'll talk about Angel AI and Pavan Agarwal, who's in that ilk. You've done a great job. Your networking is off the charts.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's we were just talking a little earlier, but it's, we all have a journey, and you end somewhere and you almost feel like it's the end, but sometimes it's the beginning. It's rising through the ashes and taking those foundations and bringing it to a different room. And I guess how did you kind of take your company and build it, and then of course meet Pavan with Angel AI? Walk me through that story. It has to be a great story.
Yeah, and just to address your first question, so and then dovetail it into this.
Sure.
After sports and college and all that stuff, I became an entrepreneur. I just was forced into it, mainly destiny, to be honest with you. But worked a series of W-2 jobs. But eventually, Raised over $200 million for idea stage companies,
Wow.
which generally means I started them. At one point, was the first one in on ECG, which was the largest workforce management company in the world. 400,000 people employed in contingent labor, 3.2 billion in revenue from zero. And then I found my way to blockchain and AI in 2015. And I had a blockchain patent and an AI patent before I knew anything about crypto. And of course, this conference here is a lot of crypto conference. And I sold the company to job.com in 2020, and then found my way into AI and blockchain converged, aka decentralized AI. Work with the guy who's speaking here soon, Dr. Ben Goertzel, who's known as the father of AGI, artificial general intelligence, and eventually through a guy named Sam Chauhan, who's like yourself, highest level networkers in the world.
He is incredible.
Yeah, I met Pavan Agarwal in Las Vegas, and Pavan Agarwal is the founder of Angel AI and the CEO of a second generation business, SunWest Mortgage. And when I met him, like to distill it down into one sentence, he said, I want to bank 2 billion people who are unbanked. 2 billion people in the world don't have a bank account.
Wow.
I said, Pavan, we've got our company Twin Protocol. We want to make sure people future-proof themselves for the AI economy. Let's take the 2 billion unbanked. Let's future-proof them and get them their own AI twin that'll make money for them while they sleep and more. That was the kind of the nexus.
This was a coming together of two incredible projects and concepts. You were that last Tetris piece, that last puzzle piece in the beginning of that journey for them.
I was the last piece in that chapter in that beginning of the journey. Now it extends to 2 billion twins.
Wow. So I just, for those of you guys, and I know when I first heard the concept of a twin, you start thinking like, how am I cloning myself? In a way, digitally you are. But can you tell our budding AI entrepreneurs, small businesses on here?
Yeah.
What is the definition? What is your definition of what a twin is?
Yeah. Well, we're in a brave new world, right? First and foremost, people are sick of hearing about AI, but I have to tell you, it's under promoted. That's how powerful it is. It's as if people like electricity was brand new. And people said, I'm so sick of this electricity. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Give me a candle, damn it.
Right. But it led to the internet and everything we do today. Everything we do today is electricity, and that's AI. So simply put, AI is three things: compute power or chips, algorithms, which basically do the pattern matching, and the data that the algorithms pattern match on. That's AI. Okay. The area that people can empower themselves with, it's really hard for people. You're in the data center business. I know you're doing some huge projects there.
Big project.
And we're talking hundreds of billions that you're deploying. But not the whole world can't really create a data center, right? That's not possible.
That's right.
And algorithms are really for computer scientists, and it's not that easy to start one. But your data, you can own that right now, and it's important you do. So creating an AI twin of yourself means owning your own data, putting it on blockchain, so it's not stored on a centralized server that people and big tech can access, and they do access. And once you own your data, you can do a myriad of things like that. You can put an avatar to work. People can buy data for you for studies. You can be paid in tokens for your data. So Twin is about taking your knowledge base. Everybody watching this is the best in the world at something. Taking that knowledge base, putting it on chain, and owning it, and that's your twin.
Wow. And the process is so simple. You shoot a quick, minute, 2-minute video of you speaking, and then you start to basically build out your twin. And for those of you guys that were at the Find Your Rhythm Investor Conference, I don't know if it was maybe the first time, maybe in DC or the world, but we had our twins introduce us to open up the conference. And
that was cool.
I mean, it's happened somewhere, but it was cool. Maybe not.
I love that. So the avatar, there's a fourth thing. I said the three things: compute power, algorithms, data. Well, there's also an interface. So once you have your trained twin, an avatar can talk for you. There's a humanoid robot here. We can put it in a humanoid robot. Your car is an AI, physical AI. It can be in the car. So the avatar is a really fun way to have human-like communication with AI. And by the way, I just want to stress this point. AIs will talk to other AIs on your and my behalf. Wow. My AI will talk to your AI. I might even do a podcast.
It's incredible.
But if I don't train my AI on me, how's that going to happen? It's not going to happen. So it's a really critical point, and your avatar is a fun way to do that.
And I know, and this is just asking you because we were talking about that whole concept of you come to this conference or another conference with, let's say, 5,000 people, and those 5,000 twins could meet and have a chance to kind of get to know each other, and then
Yeah.
you could get a report of, let's say, the top 20 people
Yes.
that you're most likely to strike a deal with or you should talk to. Like, imagine how many thousands of percent that's gonna benefit your basically ROI of the event or wherever you're going.
Well, I love talking to people. I guess part of the issue is that I talk to people for so long about things about them, but you can only talk to so many people. So how can you meet everybody at a conference? Everybody has their twin.
Yeah.
Your twin talks to all of them. The top 5 that meet your criteria, you see an avatar where you're watching yourself and your twin talk to another person.
Yeah.
We actually do that for dating and twin protocol called Twinder.
Twinder.
So two avatars talk to one another, and then you see if you want to take the next step. So your AIs can sort, filter, find, match, curate people for you, and that can help you save time and get to it. Because what do you got to do today? Hey, that person might be good for me. They're wearing a shirt. Whatever, you know, it's random.
Well, people are using. I mean, like, I always have these. You know, as
yes, you do.
25 years as a magician, as a Latin dancer, I have, you know, let's just say jackets I could only wear in Miami, Vegas, and during Pride. But the point being is that's just a way to connect with people. But with your twin, it's like, you know, that they're going to take out all that work out for you, which is amazing.
This is what I'm saying. You must own your data. You must train your twin on you. Otherwise, how can your twin talk to another twin or another AI or buy you a pizza or make a phone call for you? Got to train your twin.
And, you know, I know, obviously, being busy entrepreneurs, work 80, so someone doesn't have to tell you what to do for 40, especially for those of you guys that are also parents. The one thing that is our mission right now is ROT, which is our return on time. And that is really, I know I've heard you say it before, is that this, and I know it's Pavan's mission as well, this is really about letting people do the things that they love and with the people they love. Because we only have so much time.
Well, you know, God bless that. So, and this is time well spent, so I'm really glad to be here as well.
Yeah.
You know, with appliance during the industrial era, and we're in Industry 4.0 right now. Industry 1.0 was basically, you know, Henry Ford and steam power and things like that. But when appliances came around, people had more free time.
Right.
And then people started to put their time into TV and going to theme parks and that.
Interesting.
When AI takes out intelligence and things we have to do, we're going to have more time. So personally, I think I live in Las Vegas now, and there's a lot of talk about Las Vegas being downturn. But there's going to be so much free time and new ways to create income. I think Las Vegas is a boomtown. Yeah. I think that there's way more professional sports because people have more time. And so we're going to get back our time for ourselves. But if you're not using and leveraging AI, you're not going to have that benefit.
And AI is the future. And what a better way than, you know, the other thing for those of you guys that are watching that are right now, personal branding is literally, I think, the hottest topic in town. And, you know, Gary Vee, everyone is talking. Your personal brand is so powerful and important. You know, what percentage of the world, we want 2 billion twins. How many people have twins right now as of today?
Oh my gosh. Well, the stats are that
Approximately.
In America, US, and in the US, less than 10% of the people use generative AI on a daily basis.
Wow.
Less than 10%. Less than 3% use crypto on a daily basis.
Wow.
So this is blockchain, which is crypto,
Sure.
and AI. So you're talking about less than 5% of the population. Now, 97%-ish use the internet, use mobile. So that's a penetrated market. So from a personal brand perspective, my AI, if you go to any Bill Inman, INMAN, on X, on Insta, my twin runs 5 shows for me. It
Wow.
does the script, it does the show, it talks for me. We do a little bit of human in the loop editing, and I've got shows out there educating on AI. We also do shows called AI for Her. So we're teaching women that know nothing about technology with AI, twins, to do this. We have one of our people in Las Vegas is creating the #1 AI twin realtor in Las Vegas. It's selling real estate, it's selling loans.
Amazing.
How can you do that if you don't train your twin?
We all know that the AI wave is coming, and you know what a golden opportunity for people, you know, even watching this, where you can go on, you can make your twin and be part of literally the this will be what the fifth generation. We're on 4, right?
Of Industrial Revolution or twins?
Well, you were saying there were 4 levels of where we are in the kind of evolution of, I guess, the world in a way.
Yeah. So so in the past, it took 200 years to go from steam to PCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was a different way of life, being powered with steam locomotives, right? The Transcontinental Railroad in the U.S. changed everything, and made the most a wealthy man in the world, Andrew Carnegie, from that, because he made steel for the railroad tracks, yada yada yada, and skyscrapers. And now we were in industry 3.0, where you use electronics to do some automation. We're in industry 4.0 now, where AI and humans work together. Industry 5.0, which is when we reach the singularity, which basically means that AI becomes smarter than humans.
Wow.
One human or all of humanity. Those are actual things. And then we're merging with AI.
So let's talk about that. Does level 5 scare you in any way?
I mean, if you look at the world before electricity, let's say that you're back in a Tombstone, since I'm thinking of the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
And you're in Tombstone, okay? And there's stagecoaches and dirt roads, and there's no electricity. Put that person here in Miami right now.
Sure.
Like right here, Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
First of all, I was probably screaming like this
Yeah.
is so foreign.
Yeah.
What's this water? What's this huge screen? That tenfold.
It seems dangerous.
Well,
Because
he'll have
I
a
know.
gun, right?
Yeah.
And that's
It's
a different
probably
way
more
of
a
life.
danger to us, actually.
We're more civilized, yeah. It's danger to him, but because who knows what's going on here with everybody. But still, that's the level times 10 of where we're going to be in the future. Now, you could tell Wyatt Earp, would you be afraid of that? He'd probably say yes, right? But we don't need to be afraid. We need to take advantage. You have kids. You're trying to give them a better life than you had, I suppose.
Amen.
So you need to understand and embrace the future, because they're in it anyway. So there's nothing to be afraid of. We have to actually take the opportunity and run with it.
Amazing. So they say, or maybe we say, rhythm is about movement. Movement creates action.
I love that.
What are 3 actionable steps that anyone watching here can take to just immediately have AI help them? Obviously, the twin is number 1. I mean, we've spoken about that, but what are a couple other wisdom nuggets to help from the guy trying to go from $1 million to 2 to go from 200 million to 2 billion?
Number 1 is YouTube University. So go to YouTube every single day and see the highest. Type in artificial intelligence. Look at the highest ranked video over the past year and over the past 7 days, and watch those videos.
Wow.
And watch them. And YouTube University is a way for you to absorb knowledge like the Matrix. Just plug YouTube into the back of your head.
Yeah. And by the way, how much does that cost? Nothing. Yeah. Well, I guess you do need electricity.
Yeah.
So there's basic fundamental.
Number 2 is start using AI. I'm not even talking about our own stuff right now. I don't care what you use. Watch those videos and start using it. Make a poem, make a picture, have your kid talk to it, what have you. So you learn about it, you take action on it, and then you create. Listen, the bottom line is we're either a creator or a consumer in this world. And start creating with it. Take everything that you learn and make something, and then show the world. Meaning, put it out on social media.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're recording yourself with your iPhone 2 or you're making a video with a twin. Put it out on social media and take a stance. Everybody watching this video is the best in the world at something. Your AI can revolve around that, and you can train the world. And by the way, your AI can speak in 100+ languages for you instantly.
Wow.
And somebody in Africa might be inspired by your video and be your first follower or your millionth follower, but the opportunity is there for you to do something for the world that's great.
I mean, just hearing you say that is making me think how I can leverage and utilize our own twin, because we had such a great opportunity to have our twins outside of using it at the conference. How again, just right there, you're like literally hundreds of languages, bringing in different people from around the world. We of course love inclusivity and diversity and bringing people together. So that is incredible. All right, give us one more.
Well, the one more is it's going to be more self-serving, right? So again, do whatever you got to do, get involved with AI. But you can go to angelai.com and download the app.
Nice.
There's hundreds of thousands of users growing at 20% a month. You can start there by making your own twin for free.
For free.
Furthermore, once you sign up, you get a blockchain wallet. So if you've never had a blockchain wallet before, not only are you going to be able to have Angel tokens there, which power your twin, but you can use those tokens to buy access to services and other things like that. So I would say angelai.com, download the app, make your twin, get your first blockchain wallet. For most of you, remember 3% on a daily basis. You're off and running. You're not behind.
So you can monetize your twin.
That you have to monetize your twin.
Incredible.
If you don't monetize your AI, then whoever's in the business with you will make you less relevant because your AI is not talking to another AI. If your AI is not talking to another AI, how are you going to communicate with people? That's how they do business. It's like saying, I don't need a cell phone. I don't need the internet. I'm just going to wait and manifest business that comes to me.
Good luck with that.
Gurus in India can do that, but it's a little harder for us that aren't as pure, I guess.
A little harder for us here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking a lot about business, a lot about AI. So when you're in the car, you need a little balance. Where rhythm is about motion, right? So what does Bill Inman get down to? Like you're in the car, you're jamming out, going down the highway.
Oh, I mean, my breakdancing name was Kool-Aid.
All right.
So yeah, I'm not going to do a windmill right here. But I used to be able to dance. I'm a little bit squeakier now. Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up with hip hop. I mean, I grew up with Def Leppard and Journey, and then it switched to hip hop in LA. And Eazy-E's girlfriend went to Narbonne, and we were bad at football. But, the guys from the far side went to my high school.
Nice.
So, and so I have that urban background. So, LA Unified School District alumni.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, I don't tell. I say this even when we're off camera, and I think this is the first time we've done a podcast together. But every time I'm with you, I'm learning something, and I think everyone learned a lot today. And you're a leader in this industry. You're a great guy, and you guys are taking. And I think, with Pavan's vision, taking AI, but making sure it has heart, making sure it's actually doing something for the positive good. So guys, Angel AI, get your twins. Bill, one more time, how do we follow you? And of course, let's remind people how to get their Angel twin as well.
Bill Inman, INMAN. I got in early on social, as you can imagine. So that's my handle everywhere.
Nice.
And although there's other Inmans for sure. There's an artist and a guy who rode a horse across the country, which was a nice feat.
We don't care about those guys.
No, they seem like good guys. I have no problem with them. They must be good guys. They share the same name.
Hey.
So Bill Inman, and then also you can go to Angel AI, and you can download the app, and you're off and running with AI and blockchain.
Incredible,
simple as that.
Guys. Well, thank you, Bill. And this has been another episode of Rhythm Investor, where we interview small business movers and shakers and billionaire dollar makers. Guys, it's all about living life unapologetically unconventional. So take your steps, whether, like Bill said, it's just that first step of just downloading the AI or just going to YouTube and listening to it and learning about it. It's all about movement and getting things done. So don't be afraid to take that action. My name's Lee Edward Smith. We got Mr. Bill Inman. This has been a great podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Real soon. Thank you, Bill.